There are a total of 6 run and gun stages in Cuphead. These levels differ from the rest of the main game, where instead of beating bosses, you run through the level killing enemies and collecting coins, with a total of 5 coins per level. However, if you beat any of the levels without killing any enemies, then you get a Pacifist rank. Getting a Pacifist rank on all 6 levels gives you vintage audio and a black and white filter that makes parrying so much easier. As I've already beaten this game Pacifist before, I decided it was time for a greater test of my skill when my goal was to beat these levels without killing any enemies, taking any damage, collecting any coins, and without parrying enemies, using supers, or charms any more than absolutely necessary. I also didn't use Miss Chalice or the Smoke Bomb charm, as this would make the challenge much easier. The first level up was Forest Follies. After quite a few failed attempts, I realised that there were certain enemy layouts depending on how fast you move through the level. So over time I managed to consistently get a good pattern for the first half of the level by dashing a certain amount of times at the start, getting the falling enemies in more favourable positions. As you can imagine, this took quite a bit of trial and error. What the heck? To make it over the acorn maker, I had to draw over a parryable projectile from the mushroom on the top layer to time my first parry of the run so I could jump over it. Once past that point, the rest of the level is quite smooth sailing.
Now go!
Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh my gosh, that was tough. Oh, thank you. Oh, there you go. And there you have it, 1 level down. Next up was Treetop Trouble. This level wasn't too tricky with enough practice, but the flying insects and the vertical climb up the tree could be a real pain to deal with considering how easy it was to jump into them due to them being off screen, leaving little time for any mid-air adjustments if you get too close. Luckily, the mini-boss at the end of the level can be narrowly avoided by a well-timed jump and dash, saving me the need to use my invincibility super.
And begin!
Hate those platforms. Yes!
Bravo!
Woo! Oh. There it is. Funhouse Frazzle isn't particularly the hardest level of the bunch, however it does use the most parries and supers compared to the rest of the levels. I had to parry one of the pink balloons at the start to build up enough super meter to boost past the impenetrable walls of enemies until I got past the 3 cannons. Past that point, there were no powers for the rest of the level, so I'd have to equip the coffee charm to gradually build up my super meter over a period of 2 minutes. And to top it all off, I had to do this twice, taking over 4 minutes of waiting to build up invincibility, which I've taken the liberty of speeding up for all of your sakes. These would need to be used for the 2 mini bosses this level has, one in the middle and one at the end.
You're up!
Here we go. Okay. Please don't die here. No, please. I don't want to risk it. Go. Yes! Oh god, I'm glad I didn't have to do that again. Oh. Whew. Yeah, it took a little while. Funfair Fever was by far my favourite of these levels to attempt, as it didn't differ too much from the normal experience, besides having to time your jumps to make it through the mouth of the walls during their attacks and dodging the tubers with a well-timed dash. It could occasionally get a bit frustrating, especially with the bullet hell of the cannons, but this one luckily wasn't too much to handle.
You're up! Come on, please. Yes! Oh! I actually really enjoyed that one. That one was quite fun when you got used to it. Rugged Ridge was pretty difficult to consistently get past the enemies at the beginning, most of which you had to either dash under or lure them into attacking you so you could get past without being hit.
The rest of the level didn't provide too much of a challenge, especially the chase scene at the end, which functioned pretty much like normal, with the fires being the only other enemies present. However, there were still some annoying moments to be had with this level.
Now go!
Close.
Yes! Woo! Okay, that was actually really fun. It was annoying, but finally.
Now this final level was the bane of my existence. After the accumulated time it took me to beat the other levels, I still hadn't beaten Perilous Piers. The earlier sections, especially the part with the near unavoidable lobster, were still tricky, but the hardest part that made this so difficult was the ending section. Trying to avoid the jumping shrimp, the clam shooting at me from behind, powering the octopus to break the rocks, and doing all of this while trying to stay on a small moving platform was taking me to my absolute limits.
No! What? No! No! Oh! Please. No! Oh! Oh! No!
I came very close to changing the rules of this challenge to give myself a charm that would help me out, or use the invincibility super, but after what seemed like an age of perseverance, this happened.
And begin!
Oh my god, you do not know how long that took. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you. Oh my god. Get it out of there.
This challenge took most of my sanity to pull off, so I'd really appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. But in all seriousness, it does help me out by telling me you want more videos like this in the future, and thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it.